This is 10 damage with only 1 block. That's the smartest thing they can do there, yeah. Down to 1. We're at 21. Holy Toledos. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're all having a magical day. If not, you will be after this video because we have a 100% win rate Spirit Tribal deck that's taking out some of the best decks in the meta. Azika's Chariot, Ren and 7, no problem, right? We can deal with them easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Field Wipes, no problem. The recoverability through this deck is very, very good. We're gonna break it down though. We're gonna show you the deck. We're not just gonna hype it up. We'll talk about the strategies, the synergies, showcase all of that in the gameplay footage, and then wrap up with our final thoughts, much like this is here. So again, thank you all so much. Support the channel, right? Thumbs up, free, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Join the Discord, come hang out. That's within the link tree down below. Let's take a look at the deck. So this is a 60 card, best of 1, Spirit Tribal with 2.3 average mana value, 14 non-creatures and 22 creatures, 24 land, right? So a fairly consistent deck considering the mana curve is so low with the mana total so high, or the land total, right? It's built around Angel Fire Ignition. You know, I tell people this all the time that not a very good reader. I have to still eat at diners because I look at the pictures. And this is how the deck was made. And strokes of genius, right? From the other side, quite literally. So you see this big bird here, pretty cute looking guy, right? And then we go over here. Oh, the Departed Soul Keeper. That's a same looking bird. You know what I mean? Just in ghost form. So, you know, that's kind of what we're going with here is the Departed Soul Keeper and Angel Fire Ignition. And, well, this is a spirit, so why not build a spirit deck? And we've got things like the Clarion Spirit to make a bunch of spirits go really wide. This is nice. And then the Patrician Geist for 2/2 with flying. Other spirits get +1/+1. Holy Toledos, that's so good when we're going wide with the Clarion Spirit. And then spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less to cast, right? So the Graft Keeper has Disturb to bring out the Soul Keeper, right? And then the Angel Fire Ignition just has Flashback. So originally casting it for 3, and then if you have the Patrician out, you can actually recast it for 3 again from your grave, which is... it's not okay, right? That's gonna win you a lot of games. And because we're using Disturb and Flashback, we have to have Vega the Watcher in play. This is a spirit as well, which is great. 2/2 with flying, and whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, draw a card, right? So when we cast spells from our graveyard within this deck, we'll draw cards through Vega, which is really cool. So other Flashback and Disturb costs within the deck. Otherworldly Gaze for 2 mana, instant speed, looking at the top 3, putting some of them into the graveyard, and then ordering the ones that we don't put in the graveyard. Really, really cool, just for the fact that, you know, we can set a stop on our upkeep, use this to make sure we get the right draw, and then it draws off of Vega when we recast it from the grave as well. We also have the Lunarch Veteran. It's gaining life as a 1/1, but we can replay it with Disturb, and then it's going to be a spirit, which is really nice, a 1/1 with flying, and ETB. Creatures gain life as the veteran, LTB or leave the battlefield with the Phantom to gain life, which is nice. And then similar with the Chaplain of Alms and the Shieldgeist, 2/1 with flying, first strike as the Cleric after the Disturb, right? Getting that draw through Vega, getting the Spirit Tribal up. It also has flying, which is evasion, amazing. And of course, things we have will have Ward 1 as well, which is really cool. And the Alms has first strike, which is fairly decent as well. So with that out of the way, the Disturbed costs and the Flashback costs both are reduced through the Geist. It's a very high priority creature to play. And then Angel Fire is a really high priority spell to play. We have Showdown of the Scalds. The +1/+1 counters on the flyers are amazing. And of course, you're going to take advantage of that more with the Indestructible, Lifelink, Trample, shenanigans from the Ignition, right? So Showdown refills the hand, allows you to make your field stronger, which is really cool. We have removal through Skyclave Apparition, which is really cool as a spirit. You guys know that deal. And then Fading Hope can bounce things, allowing us to scry as well, which is pretty cool, just to keep the field in check while we play out our matches. So, you know, that's the deck. The land here is expensive. Actually, the deck in its entirety is pretty expensive, I'll be honest. There's a few uncommons, but, you know, Showdown is a rare, Ignition is rare, Geist is a rare, Apparition's a rare, and then literally all of the land is rare except for the 3 basics. Uh-oh. But here's a word of wisdom that I was told when I started, and it has been very helpful, is establish your wild cards into your mana base first, because it will make more decks, a variety of decks playable, because the mana base is what really makes some of these decks consistent and viable, right? This deck wouldn't be nearly as good with a, you know, less cool mana base, less rare mana base, but it, you know, it would still get there. It might be a little slower for sure, but at the end of the day, it definitely ups your consistency with those dual lands, primarily in a 3-color deck. So this is Spirit Tribal, red, white, and blue. Jeskai, getting down and dirty, right? We've got some really good matches for you guys, and you know, can't wait to show that. And hope you enjoy. Make sure to like this video, join the community Discord, maybe become a patron, stuff like this, right? So we'll get into it now. Let's go. We get to draw first. Pretend that's good real quick. Interesting. Snarl in. Snarl Spirit. Or do we hold our Spirit? That's probably just like a Doomscar. We should probably hold the Spirit. Or we force them to use it. Let's hit for 2. It's almost like we should probably just Fading Hope it. Right? Like, don't look for the double drop. Oh, or we do. I guess. I mean, that actually works out in our favor. We have a Scald. Do we need 2 of them? I feel like that's pretty greedy. And if we're gonna play as Scalds, it would be right there again. I don't know. Maybe let's let those Scalds kind of be sorted throughout the deck would be better, maybe. Like, say 1 every 10 cards would be cool, or, you know, every 7 cards or something. So again, I think this is a no-no card, if you will. Or we should have kept the Scalds, because this will probably get countered. Maybe we should have kept it, because this is probably a counter spell here. See, we didn't think of that, right? There's times where you need to sort them throughout your deck, and there's times where you want to, you know, maybe have multiples. Because, like I said, we didn't really take into consideration counter magic. Divide by 0 is not that bad, right? We do get to recast it. I mean, it is pretty bad. It's an amazing card, but not the worst. And they probably are looking to counter it here. Right, just gaining the tempo. Basically a free turn for them almost, at the cost of 2 life. And if I could pay 2 life to take another turn, by golly, I'm pretty sure we all would. So I think there's still more counter magic up. Kind of bricking on land, less than ideal. Let's try Vega. And then we'll bounce it if there's single target removal. Or like, you know, a Doomscar, something like this. A Deluge. Taking the turn off. Interesting. So I guess we'll gaze. End step. Look for a 5th land. That seems so silly. I like those cards. This can be a blue source. Let's take a nice big swing. Down to 10. It's definitely time for a field wipe. Because we're hitting for 4 every turn. I almost feel like we should just kind of hold some of this in hand. And then after they wipe, we just kind of flood with these spirits and tokens. It forces them to have multiples, right? That's pretty good for them, actually. You know, they get all 3 triggers. I mean, recasting the first strike as a spirit is, you know, our main objective, so... Sure. And then there should be a counterspell here, and we still have Fading Hope up. Yes. Not the counterspell we were trying to get rid of. I'm pretty sure we've got one Foretold over there. Take our turn. Play the Geist. I want to draw the removal. And then I want to fold out with these 2 spirits, right? But this is a pretty decent hit for 5. We have instant speed, gaze for a draw. They deluge. That's fine. Down to 6. Like, I didn't expect to be in such a good spot here. Just making sure we don't fold out too much, right? They have 9 available mana, which is pretty terrifying, let's be honest. It's Starnheim Unleashed. You know, he bounced one of those baddies at least. That's pretty good, but the Flyers are still horrible. Bounce Vega. It's the draw engine, right? Probably a counterspell here. Alright. Less than ideal. And they probably have another, right? We need to remember that. So only 1 spirit at a time. This has to get countered. That's definitely counterspell territory. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I mean, how many more counterspells could they have? That's not something you want to ask. Spirit out. Deluge, okay. They have so much mana is the problem. And it's just like net positive value. Christian out. You know, we got a lethal in play, but Here comes another Doom. Doom Scar! Is that another one? Okay, so we have to make sure we're going through all the Doom Scars. 1, 2... Only 2 of them. Ooh. One spirit at a time. We don't want to lose everything, right? I thought we had card advantage. Look at them go. Look at that memory deluge. Woo! That's good. That's good, man. Right, you get to trade it for the cards you need, plus you get an extra draw. So good. And you get to pick both of them, right? So that shuts down our spirit, right? Field of Ruin. They have another. Shutting down our land. Interesting. How do they know we have a Cave of the Frost Dragon? And they're at 10. I mean, we can get hit for 7. Because they're going to find another Doomscar, right? For sure. Yeah, Memory Deluge and the Rivalry together. The Revelry, sorry. Feels like a rivalry. That's really good net value. So foretells mean they're not doing it this turn. So we should have went for it, I guess. Man, that life. How much life is that? 12 life they've gained. Holy Toledos. Isn't that crazy? Do we just go for it? Or do we try to get this last Doomscar? This gets countered, but we can, you know, replay it if we need. Or do they just deal with the Shacklegeist? Let's try to hit for 5. End our turn. This is as safe as we could ever possibly play it. I assume it's just like all run city at this point, right? All run, all run, all run. Seems weird. They're just gonna wipe the field here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's a land. Counterspell? Don't you dare do this to me. Make the spirit, of course. Set up our next turn. At least it's a card. Let's put them both in the grave, though, I think. End our turn. Oh, gain more life. Great. I've lost track of how much life they've gained. Borrowed time on the spirit is interesting. They have so much mana. Watcher out. Angel Fire on the Watcher. Take a draw. It gains haste. Swing for 5. We get it. Oh, gain some more life. Yeah, you're definitely going to need some more of that. Draw more cards, too. Why not, bro? They're down to 22. We're at 33. They're 11 cards ahead of us. Oh. About 30 life gained here. That's their last Doomscar. And we get hit for 7. Imagine drawing all 4 of your Doomscars. We get a creature off the top? Yes. Can we hit for 4? Come on, bro. Don't bounce it. Leave it alone. Oh! You would. Get access to a gaze, which isn't the worst. We only have 1 mana here, though. Oh, yeah. More answers just perfectly lined out for us. That's awesome. So we want this in the grave. We want to keep this up top and take the borrowed time. But this is 7, 9, 16 damage. That's a good game. No, your land for lethal. Or was it not? Such a dingling sometimes. Did they have a counterspell? I don't think we'll get back from this. Oh, they could have actually only activated 1 is the thing. So what we need to do is gaze. Because they have to land defensively. But it's not a flyer. And then this is a... Oh, no. Because we need 4 and we only have 3. Shoot. That fucks us. I screwed up. I screwed up. Doggan screwed up. Close, though. Really close. Oh my gosh. More Doomscars. I mean, that is good. Because they're going to hit for lethal now. Oh no, that can't be replayed, but still the attacker's like, it's enough. Especially if they get that 14th land, right? If they can drop one more land. It's 2 7/7s. And all of these. We drug it out for them. We got close. They certainly survived nicely. That was a lot of life gain. A lot of life gain. Really good match. Spirits, though, you know what I mean? Typically not a deck you would expect to perform well against control. But it did decently. You know what I mean? Like, we're still ready to swing more. Like, if they weren't about to kill us this turn, we'd literally, basically, I'm pretty sure have lethal next turn. With 8 mana. We Apparition the Borrowed. Take our guy back. Partition. Well, maybe we just Partition Angel Fire. Right? And then this is a 2/2. Goes to 4/4 with life gain. That helps. Gets us real close. Or actually, no, it is lethal because we Patrician and then we Angel Fire on the Patrician to give it haste. And then this is a 2/2. The Patrician's a 4/4. 4/5. 6. But we're not going to make it there, right? So it's like we have the line, but I don't think it's going to get there, right? Because we're going to have to block with the 1/1, which means that's not viable. So if we're blocking to survive lethal, we should block with the Spirit first. Have the 1/1 survive, and then we'll still have lethal. Let's say they don't get the land. The Spirit blocks the 7/7. They hit us still for, you know, it's too much. It's too much. We'll have to double block, which makes things a lot harder. But if they tap out, we should still be able to Skyclave. Grab that guy. I guess, I don't know, it's close. I'm gonna let them figure out what they're gonna do here. Because if we block, you know, the 7 and the 4, they're only hitting for 6, 7, 8. So potentially we're surviving their attack. So we need to stay here and see what's happening, even though we're getting roped. Hey, I'll take the win. We had the play line to get it. I really wish they would have finished that out because that was an aggressive match. Like, they had pressure, right? They were making it so we basically had to double block to survive. Or they just used... Their best bet would have been the Mascot Exhibition, I think, to send more flyers in the air. Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it. Easy. We're on the draw. Our opponent goes first. I think we look for a better hand. This may or may not be it. We toss the gaze. We play slow. Probably going with the Breach first, because there's a chance that we'll top deck a basic for the Snarls, and we're not getting to 4 anytime soon. Well, that is a basic, but they're on kind, see? So let's just double cast on 3 instead of 2, and this can still come in tapped. That'll stay in hand, and we'll use it next turn. Oh, that is a good card. Let's get our creatures out. and they'll think they have a blocker, but then we'll take the blocker, getting the summoning sickness off of all of our creatures first. Rather than just taking her and then they remove us, getting nothing from it. Uh-oh! Well, shoot. Goodbye, Skyclave. Showdown's a good card to take too, though, right? All these cards are good cards to take. Oh my gosh, they take Angel Fire. It has flashback, my friend. There's no double cast here, but good golly, do I think that's worth it. And we get to hit for 4 because that summoning sickness is gone, right? Hey, exile. 3/3 token. Not nearly as good as Redain. And then we just bounce it, right? 2 spirits, and hopefully they don't have a field wipe. It's not bad. We'll probably just Angel Fire or Scalds though anyways. But if we're having 1-drops on top of our Scalds, that's pretty good. But yeah. So just field wipe here. Oh, that's fine. I am all right with that. Meat Hook coming in hot. Shadow's Verdict. It better not be a Meat Hook. The other wipes are easier to overcome, but that Meat Hook stays in play. Then it gains them life. Gains them life. It's like, oh, just stop it. They're going to shut down our Showdown? Or do they shut down Angel Fire? They should definitely shut down Angel Fire. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 only with Angel Fire. That's not enough. What you doing, Willis? I mean, they basically have to pick Showdown or Angel Fire. Other than that, it's just like shots in the dark, right? We pass each other like ships in the night. I'm still very hot. Yeah, I'm even hotter now, if I'm being honest. You guys are revved up, aren't you? We're firing on all cylinders. Yeah, they pick Showdowns. I like that. I really like this, though, a lot. So much damage. And we have the Cave of the Frost Dragons in play, right? So just looking for that 5th land to activate it if something bad happens. It doesn't. We get the win. And you'll see how much easier it is without, you know, facing off against 4 Doomskars. This is a really awkward hand. I don't know if I condone it. But, you know, we've got bounce effects. We've got our Showdowns at 4 and apparently an Angel Fire on 3. So let's see how this works out. I'm a little nervous. Selesnya is a great build. Yeah, no thanks. Back to your hand. I'll allow it. Sneak the Spirit out. So Ren and 7, the Chariot. We have to Skyclave the Chariot. Yeah, we might get this. Gotcha, kitty. And they're like, oh, that's alright, I still got these tokens in play. No, you don't. You do not. However, we should have kept Fading Hope for the Ren token. Well, it's another Chariot. LOL. That sucks. I guess we should have done this before the land, but, well, could have played this Snarl, I guess. Swing in for one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at the damage there, man. Okay. 6 available mana. I'm not sacking things, that's fine. But it can immediately tap the Chariot, which I think I should probably double block. Double block the Chariot? Yeah. Yeah. It's a sad story. Why wouldn't they just tap Yasharn? They want it as the blocker. I think that's just something that I have to be very unproud about. Or else it just keeps going. It just keeps going. The Chariot. It's so good. They do get a 4/4 here, which is not good. Geist out. Spirits go up, which is great. This will be a... Oh, that's supposed to be a red source, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And then Angel Fire on the Geist. They're hitting us for 8, 10, 14, 18 damage at the very minimum. And we will hit for 8. And then we will hit for 10. Is this the second trigger of this? No. This is so risky biscuits. We have a double ignition. I mean, what would they have in hand to buff their guys? Four, 8, 10, 16. If they buff them each by 1, 19. But I can't lose the Partition, the Geist here. Force them to have it? They have the flyer on the back end, too. We stop the maximum amount of damage. They put a land in play, which is 8. That's so many. Oh, wow, that's nice. You're so lucky, bro. They have to block these. Just don't think it matters. 2 7/7s, that's good, right? And we're still getting 6 damage through. This is 10 damage with only 1 block. That's the smartest thing they could do there, yeah. Down to 1. We're at 21. Holy Toledos. Crazy stuff here, kids. Oh, Innkeeper. Don't gain life. And then a Ren and 7 for reach. Nice. We almost got you, bro. Can we get some bounce effects? I mentioned this bounce effect we used earlier. More of those off the top, please. More of those, please. Still a bunch of damage. We have another Angel Fire, though, right? We have another Angel Fire! Another Angel Fire! Oh, man. Beating Chariots, beating Ren in 7. I'm telling you guys, is this the best card in the meta? Honestly, I would put money on it. It's amazing. I cannot stop playing Angel Fire Ignition. Honestly, it's so good! Oh! Right, so we get the 2 tokens on it as well, or even, you know, we could play the first strike and put the tokens over there, but I want the 9 life gain. And then we've got the Vigilance Defender again, right? Spirits. Tier 1? Maybe. They're definitely beating the Tier 1 decks. Holy Toledos. Alright, wrapping up. The deck slaps so hard in the play queue. I had so much fun playtesting this morning, and in Mythic, you know, I was worried. I was honestly worried, but it did it. We are just able to, I think, annoy people so much with Angel Fire Ignition. Like, we have basically unlimited life gain through the Ignition and damage, which is great through the Trample. You know, going super wide with the creatures, super draw with the Watcher, and then we buff all of our creatures up as well. It's all here, you guys. This is a masterpiece. I'm really impressed with this. Looking forward to kind of playing it more as we progress through the season here, because as good as it gets, the more matches I can put in, and all of you as a community as well, you know, don't hold back. Let me know how you make out, share your feedback, right? What worked with the deck, what didn't work with the deck, and how you would remedy this, right? You know, be detailed, and then that discussion will be much more fruitful for all of us, and we'll get a great deck at the end of it, which is really cool, right? So I'm going to continue working with it. You guys let me know what you think of it, and by golly, get ready to see more of Angel Fire Ignition. I'll tell you what, this card is the tits. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to support the channel. Thumbs up, subscribes if you haven't yet. I can't believe, you know, you wouldn't be subscribed to the channel at this point. And you know, join that community Discord, partake in all the, you know, the goodies, the contests, whatever. It's all there. And more importantly than everything, right? Have a magical day, you guys, and we'll see you soon in the next.